5 books and 5 fragrances. So, today I want to talk about each of these books and having read these books, when I think back on them, which fragrance am I reminded of? And so, not only that, I specifically chose 5 books with either a black spine or cover, and I chose 5 fragrances in black bottles. So, let's talk about that. The first book is 50 Shades of Grey. So when I think about this book, I think about obviously Christian Grey and just the power, the way he carried himself, the clothes he wore. And I think about Oud for Greatness. Again, because of that power dynamic, because this is a fragrance of confidence, this is a fragrance for a boss. What other fragrance better describes Christian Grey? Next is The Hunger Games. Now, hear me out on this. When I think back on my time reading Hunger Games, I not only think about the Hunger Games and the fight for survival, I also think about the people in power. Now, yes, in the movie, and if I remember in the book, they wore outlandish, like their hair crazy, their clothes. But again, they were still people in power. And Tom Ford, Oud Wood to me is definitely for people in power in the way they carry themselves, the way they speak, the way they interact with others. And so that's what I thought about. Next is The Shack. Now, The Shack is about faith. It's about overcoming unthinkable heartbreak. It's about having conversations with your creator and trying to understand the meaning of life after heartbreak. When I think about this book, I think about Coco Noir by Chanel. And because to me, this is definitely, I wear this to church. It's a church fragrance. There's no other way to describe it. Next is Nights in Rodanthe. This book is also about overcoming heartache, albeit in a different aspect. After the loss of a relationship, it's about finding yourself again, finding your voice. It's about love, it's about romance. I am reminded of Joe Malone's Velvet Rose in Oud. This fragrance to me is at its best once it settles into your skin. And in this book, I feel like the character becomes her best once she settles after the heartache. And next is the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe. If you've read Edgar Allan Poe, you know he dips his toe often into darkness. And so by Killian, Back to Black.